How's it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to episode 2 and season 2 of my NHL 24 franchise mode with the Chicago Blackhawks. So there is one thing I forgot to show you guys in last episode. I completely goofed, but at the end of the season I did not show the standings. We ended just outside of wildcard. I mean, we did end up having the 14th overall pick, so you know more or less where we ended. We were just outside of the playoffs. We were a 500 team. If people don't know what that means, basically the same amount of wins to losses. So I'm expecting a better season this season, especially that we improved our lines just a bit. But yeah, that was the season 1. We were just outside of the playoffs, so let's try to make the playoffs this year. All right, so starting with the lines, we have Sam Bennett, who was newly signed this year, with Connor Bedard and Claude Giroux. Frank Najar with Kurashev and Bertuzzi, who was also signed this year. Warren Foegele was also signed this year with Berkeley Catton, who was a rookie. Taylor Radish, Capo Caco, we got into a trade. Travis Boyd and Jordan Martinook, who we actually had last season. Those are the forwards. Korchinski with Pesce, Jones, Vlasic, Martinez, and Murphy. So it's the exact same top 6 as last season. And then Olmark and Ukko-Pekka, I'm going to forget this guy's name all the time, how to pronounce it. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen as the backup. So for PP1, we're going to go with this, which is a +5. Sam Bennett there taking the face-offs in front of the net. Claude Giroux for the one-timers. Kurashev on the other side making the passes. I mean, Bedard at the point. You know how he likes to, be on his, what would you call it? The half-boards, I think it is. And he comes in for those little toe drag releases. And then you got Korchinski there on the other side of the point. PP2, we're going to go with Berkeley Catton there at the bottom, Warren Foegele and Bertuzzi, and then Frank Najar at the point with Seth Jones. All right, boys, so after going 5-2 in the preseason, we are officially at the beginning of the regular season. We have 2 away games before we play that home opener against the Edmonton Oilers. Vancouver should be a good team. St. Louis, maybe they'll pick it up, but we'll see how they do. We're going to sim right through them and then play this home opener, right? So we go 4-2 and... All right, and we lose 4-2. So we're 1-1 to start the season. Let's get into the game.
Center's both set to dig on in, and we are about ready to go. The Oilers are going to start with the puck after taking the opening draw. Quick feed to Hyman. They score! And just like that, it's a 1-0 hockey game.
Well, they started like a freight train just steamrolling their opponent, James. I mean, they really dictated right from the onset of this game. That tells me one thing, that you can't write up a better script in this one. I mean, just to start the game, you come out on fire and you silence the crowd. That's the way to get started.
Shot! Oh, and he gets a piece of that one to keep it out.
It's pretty amazing that he can beat one player and already be on to the next. It's almost like he's identified how he's going to beat them before he even gets there.
Bouchard's got it along the boards. Fires it on net and puts it anywhere but the way he wanted it to go. He scores! Oh, a little pop left of the play. Chicago's got the puck in the defensive end. Moves it to Foegele. Scores! There it is! His first of the season, and look at the smile there! In close! Denied by Skinner! Tremendous save on the play! Sends it over to Bedard. Great defensive effort with the stick. He scores! What a goal!
2 goals in right around a minute 40.
And as quick as a hiccup, we are all tight. The Oilers win the faceoff. Here's a short pass to Draisaitl. From point blank, monster save by Olmark. Nice zone entry from the left. Moves it quickly over to Bedard. They score! And the deadlock is broken as they take the lead.
Well, that's a huge shift. We can see it.
Nice zone entry from the right side. Scores! And they do it again and again and again.
Well, the coaches will be preaching, listen, have no mercy. Continue the pounding, continue the beating, because they are on a roll.
Chicago's won the draw. They take possession here in the open ice. Shot. Gets him. Scores. And look who's at it again.
Well, it's the second of the game. Too bad you can't bottle these games up.
Bedard's crossed the line and is on the attack now. Here's a pass in front. Off a stick, and they can't complete the play. Good hit to bump him off the puck. Quick pass to Giroux. Oh, here we go. This team knows how to turn it up another gear, and they have done that here. They have really got the cycle dialed in here. Let's go! Right with the man advantage, and they make it click. Grabs the puck. Through the middle of the ice, they into the attacking zone. Great reach with the poke check by Pesci. Moves it to Vlasic. With the puck inside the defensive zone. Hammers it on net. Oh, what a save on the play. Whoa.
He's doing absolutely everything he can to keep his team in this game, James. Unbelievable save.
Trying to gain a step. All alone. He scores. What a shot. Trying to kickstart this power play. Moving into the attacking zone. Passes it in front. And it caroms off a twig in front of the net. Here's a short pass to Nugent Hopkins. Scores! And a huge goal to pick themselves up off the canvas.
Well, my old coach used to say to me, you got to stop the bleeding, and that's exactly what they've done, but now they got to find a way to do something with it.
And that caroms off a body in traffic. Moves it quickly over to Bertuzzi. With the backhand. Scores! And look at that. They answer right back.
Well, the game is a hodgepodge of counters, and this
Reaches out and uses the stick. Centering feed. It scores! What an opportunity and delivers. Moves it quickly over to Draisaitl.
McDavid's able to corral that pass. He's got the puck on his stick. You know he's dangerous. He's got 2 in the game, and he's looking for another.
Passes out front. He scores! What a goal! The Oilers grab possession with the puck. Here he is in front. Oh, what a save on the play. Wow!
Oh, that's grand larceny, James. I mean, he just stole one away from his opponent. What a save.
Scores! And they get one back here.
I guess it's something to look at positively, James. I mean, the goal scorer certainly is going to feel happy that they've contributed.
Bedard's out of the box, but they're still shorthanded as he steps in to help try to kill off this penalty. Dumps the puck in. Edmonton's got the puck behind the net. Steps inside the attacking zone down the left wing. He scores! And he completes the hat trick there.
You got to love it, James. I mean, he really brings it when he's on the road.
The Blackhawks win the faceoff. Handles the pass. Snaps one here in the slot. He scores! Off the pipe and bulging the twine.
Well, it's a game of inches, isn't it? And this time, those inches, they work in.
Third period.
Well, they've had such an impressive performance, James. It's been dominant in all areas of the ice, and there's been no lag or no let-up. The message has been clear by the coaching staff as well as...
Let's score! Right on the doorstep. The rebound there to be had. And they made the...
offensively, and they can only do that if there's a sense of urgency to their game.
Here's a shot. Oh, what an effort as he lays out for the block. He's got a step. It's in. He scores. And with that, I believe that's 200, right?
That is 200. I just checked my notes, James, and you are absolutely correct, so check on that. 200 points.
Some of these chances, and we're running out of time late in the third. And that's all she wrote from this one tonight. Bennett's hat trick, the big difference tonight. Probably got himself a few new hats as well there, Sheriff.
What a performance to put 3 goals past the...
All right, well, that was a wild game. If you guys just skipped right through it, I suggest you go watch. 11-7. There were 2 hat tricks, almost 3 actually, but 2 hat tricks, 11-7, wild game. I feel like it's so easy to expose. And that was on All Star. I'm not even like shit you not. That was on All Star. It felt like it was on Rookie. I feel like you could expose goalies so easily in this game. But yeah, maybe next game I play, next video, or if we do make playoffs or something, I'll bump it to Superstar. But 11-7 is just wild. I guess 2 powerhouse offensive teams. That's kind of what happens. But all right, we'll continue the sim. We'll go to I'll go to the halfway mark, and then we'll check points and everything like that. All right, before we get into the sim, I'm actually going to go through the draft class quickly. It's still early on in the season, so we don't have much covered. I did sign my scouts though finally, so by the end of the season we'll see a lot more, stats unveiled. But for now, you got Hans Mueller, Ruben Prince, Nicholas Bachman, Caden Barch, Gavin McKenna, who's actually real, and I think that's Bedard's cousin. So if we could get him, that'd be pretty cool. But Gavin McKenna there at number 5. Greg Corson, Peter Vanek, Ryan Rubrovic we saw from the Montreal series. Same with Joe Ginla. Pavel Goldobin and the rest. I mean, if they could slide into the top 10, that'd be cool, but that's the rest of the first round at least. Alright guys, so there was no RFA sign, so it's all good. We're going to continue the sim, but more importantly, look at the points on Connor Bedard. 38 points in 21 games, 17 goals, and 21 assists. What a freaking G. I'm not going to go through the whole team or the entire league. I'm going to go to the halfway mark of the season, and then we'll do all that, but already ripping it. I love to see it. Alright, so now that we're halfway through the season, we'll go through the standings, the player stats. So far in our division, we're second place with a 24-15-2 record. Winnipeg Jets at the top there. Dallas also in the playoff spot. Arizona Coyotes holding the wild card spot. And then you got Colorado, Minnesota, St. Louis, and Predators all outside of the playoffs. But, I mean, Colorado, expect for them to bounce back second half of the season. So, still scary position for us. We got to make sure that we are on our A game. In the Pacific Division, so the other side of the West, other division in the Western Conference. We got Vancouver Canucks, Edmonton, and Golden Knights at the top. San Jose Sharks holding a wildcard spot, so good for them. Then you got Los Angeles Kings, Anaheim Ducks, Seattle Kraken, and Calgary Flames all outside of the playoffs. In the Eastern, we'll start with the Atlantic Division. Boston, Tampa, and Montreal all in the playoff spot. Ottawa and Toronto holding the wildcard spots. And then Detroit, Florida, and Buffalo outside of the playoffs. And then in the Metro Division, you got, Islanders, Pittsburgh, and Columbus. Disgusting. In a playoff spot, then New Jersey, Rangers, Hurricanes, Flyers, and Capitals all outside of the playoffs. So that's the standings. I mean, we're second place in our division. Entire league, we're looking at we're 8th place here. So that's not too bad it's actually great for the entire league. So for the player stats on Chicago only, Bedard there, 66 points in 41 games. What a stud. Giroux there, also 61 and 41. I feel like it's a good duo. Good rookie to vet duo. Bennett there, 36 points. Korchinski, 31 as a defenseman. Kurashev, 26. Fogle, 24. Catton, 23. Najar, 22. So that second line is probably the line we're going to have to fix around because they're minus 16, 21. And I'm pretty sure, Bertuzzi on the second line. So 18 points, minus 19. That second line is not doing well. We're going to have to figure something out there. I just don't want to play around with the third or first line because they're doing good. So a bit of a sticky sitch, but for now, let's continue. Seth Jones, 17. Vlasic, 16. Radish, 16. Pesci, 15. Boyd, 12. Kako there, 10 points. Martinuk, 11. Yeah, that's basically our team right there. Goalies. We got Olmark with a 20-13-1 record, 2 shutouts, 903 save percentage, and a 3.04 goals against average. So he could definitely do a bit better, but I can't complain on a team that's, up and coming. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, 4-2-1, 909 save percentage, and a 2.80 goals against average. For the rookie skaters, I think we just got Berkeley Catton. Yeah, so 23 points in 41 games. Cannot complain with that on the third line. I guess we could start with rookie skaters. I mean, there it is. Berkeley Catton leading the way in rookies. Joachim Kemmel, 21 points. Heineman with 20. Hendricks with 19. So he was the first overall pick last year. 19 points, 38 games is pretty good. Sveshkov, 18 points. He was a 19th overall pick. Oh, in 2021, though. He's 22 years old. Yeah, so the list goes on here for rookies. We'll go to goalies now. Vasilevsky, most wins. Swayman there, 24. Skinner, 22. So Allmark is up there in wins. When it comes to save percentage, though, 13 games played, still quite a bit of games. 949 save percentage is actually fantastic. Hoffer there, 944 with 5 games. Kakinen, 937 with 13 games. So a few. Sorokin there, 35 games, 921. Yeah, so a lot of good goalies this year. When we go to all skaters, Connor Bedard leading the way. What a beauty. 66 points in 41 games. Marchand, 64. Pasternak, 63. McDavid, 62 in 38 games, though. He could definitely get 4 points in 3 games. Giroux, 61. Draisaitl, 58. And, I mean, the list goes on. Take a look for yourself. All PPG players here. Let's see who's leading goals. Connor McDavid, 32. Pasternak, 31. And Bedard with 28. And then assists, we got Hyman with 49. Unreal. 8 goals. You would think it'd be the opposite, but Rupe Hintz, 43, and Giroux, 41. So those are the 3 the 3 top assisters in the NHL so far this year. All right, boys, so we're a day before the trade deadline. We're looking like we're in a good spot. We're second in our division. We are 36, 22, and 5. As you can see there, Connor Bedard's still ripping it. 87 points in 63 games. So what we'll do is actually check the points on our team. I'm not going to go through the whole league just yet. That'll be like more at the end of the season. But I want to show you guys, because I already looked at it just before, but our first line, so we're going to go forwards here. Our first line, we have Bedard, Giroux, Bennett. They're all ripping it. I'm okay with this line. They're plus. But the second line here, Khrushchev, Najar, and Bertuzzi, I mean, yeah, they're producing points-wise, but minus 14, minus 17, and minus 15. It's kind of a scary look. I mean, it could always change going into playoffs, so I could always continue to ride this out. I mean, we are still a winning team. Or I could try to improve on Bertuzzi potentially. Maybe he could drop down to the last line, because now if you look at our third line, you got Fogle, Katten, and Radish. I mean, even them, they're producing pretty, like at a good pace for the third line. And they're also plus. I mean, Katten's a 0, but he's not heavy negative, so I'm okay with it. And then on the last line here, you have minus 5, minus 3, and minus 1. Now, it's either we could put like Bertuzzi last line, scratch Kako, get a second liner, or we just keep the lines as is. And then defense here, you got Korchinski. I mean, 46 points in 63 games. He's ripping it. Jones, 29. He's the only minus, but minus 2, it's okay. 29 points. Pesci, 20. Vlasic, 17. Martinez, 14. Murphy, 8. And Scandella, I mean, one assist in 2 games. For our goalies, Linus Olmark playing most of our games. 31, 18, and 4. 3 shutouts with a 909 save percentage and a 292 goals against average. So I can't complain with that stat. And then Lukin in there, 5-4-1 with a 919 and a 2.47. So he's looking like a great backup so far. I mean, if Olmark gets injured, knock on wood, then he's always a good replacement to to start our games. Alrighty, boys, it's the 2026 trade deadline. Let's get right into this. So the first trade of the day is between the New Jersey Devils and the Montreal Canadiens. So the New Jersey Devils acquire Logan Thompson and a 4th-round pick in 2027 in exchange for Andre Palat, a 3rd-round pick in 2026, and a 2nd-round pick in 2027. We have another trade between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Buffalo Sabres. The Pittsburgh Penguins receive Adam Bennick and Oliver Nadeau in exchange for Evgeny Malkin and Brock McGinn. Alright guys, so just some other minor trades that went around the league. I'll scroll down. If there's anything really relevant, I'll say it. Like Matt Benny to Toronto, Beauvillier to New Jersey for some picks, Olofsson and Logan Brown to Arizona, Marcus Pettersson to Arizona, Donato to Minnesota, Matthew Joseph to Winnipeg for a pick, and a random Thomas Galvis. Provorov and Eric Johnson, we saw that one. Scott Lawton to Vancouver. Okay, I like this one. Olin Zellweger goes to Colorado for a 2nd-round pick and Don Friesen. So, I mean, wow. Colorado's blue line's going to be nasty. Zellweger, Makar, Girard. Who I'm missing? I mean, they got rid of Byram, but still going to be gross. Palat to Montreal for Logan Thompson. We saw that one. The Malkin one, I just can't believe they did that. They're actually in a good spot, too. That's the worst part. They're like 31, 22, and 7. This game's so broken sometimes. Yeah, and that's basically it, boys, for the trades. All right, boys, so we lost in shootout to the San Jose Sharks before the deadline. That was the deadline. We didn't do any moves. I don't think we really needed to. There was no real big upgrade on Bertuzzi. Yes, they're minus, but as long as we keep winning and they get to the playoffs, I'm sure they could be a better line, going into the playoffs, especially with Bertuzzi's grit and stuff. I don't see them being a minus 17 in the playoffs. So yeah, no changes made. I think we're going to get straight into the sim, and let's see how we are at the end of the season. In our division, 47, 26, and 9. 103 points there. Look at Connor Bedard, 53 goals, 58 assists, 111 points. What a stud. All right, so we'll start with the points for the Chicago Blackhawks. So Connor Bedard, like I said, 53 goals, 58 assists. Welcome to the 50 club, his first ever 50-goal season. 111 points there. Giroux, 98 points, 32 goals, 66 assists. Bennett with 66. Kurashev 66, Korchinski 62, Najar 50, Bertuzzi 48, and look at this, they were all minus 15 to 17, which means they were probably plus 3, plus 4 since the trade deadline. So it's a good thing we kept it as is. Warren Fogle 46, Berkeley Catton there 42 as a rookie, minus 3, but what a good performance it was for him this year. Seth Jones with 35 points, Radish 31, Pesci 28, Martinuk 25. I mean, the list goes on. Capo Caco, 20 points last line, playing 8 minutes? Had no special teams time, so I'll take that by him. For the goalies, Ullmark, 38, 21, and 6. 3 shutouts, 910 save percentage, and a 289 goals against average. So what a year for him. And then Luukkonen there with 9, 5, and 3 with 1 shutout, 912 save percentage, and a 2.8 goals against average. So not as many games as last season, but definitely performed a lot better. So we'll separate the entire league by forwards and defense. Connor Bedard, most points this year. Matthews, second with 105. McDavid, 104. Marchand, 104. Eichel, 101. And Stamkos, 100. So those are all your 100 and plus point getters. Then you have the list that just goes on. A lot of great players as well. I'll go till about the PPG mark. So that is all your players. And then for goals, we got Connor Bedard and Jason Robertson, who tied for Maurice, both 53 goals a pair. That's unfortunate for Bedard, but congrats to Robertson as well. And then you have Matthews with 51 and McDavid with 50. So 4 guys in the 50-goal club this year. Assists, we got Hyman with 77, Nylander 69, Rupe Hintz 69. A lot of 60-point assist getters as well. But For defense, Adam Fox, PPG, 83 points. Makar, basically PPG with 80 points. Quinn Hughes, 72. So those are, yeah, basically our 3 best defensemen in the league, regardless. Noah Dobson, Roman Josi, Rasmus Anderson, Korchinski in the picture now. Love to see that. McAvoy, Heiskanen, Hedman, Riley, Eric Carlson, Rasmus Dahlin, Letang, Evan Bouchard. So many good defensemen. For goalies, you have Vasilevsky at the top for wins, but Demko at 44. So one less win, but look at that save percentage. Looks like he is going to win the Vezina. Sorokin making a name for himself as well. Not making a name, but making a case to win Vezina as well. So it looks like it's between Demko, Sorokin, and Vasilevsky. But a lot of good goalie performances. Husso did well too. Samsonov, Olmark. Okay, so rookie skaters. Dalton Hendricks, the first overall pick this year. 50 points in 79 games, so he did freaking amazing. Heineman of 45, Kemmel of 43, and Berkeley Catton of 42. So probably a worse second half than he did the first half, but I can't complain with his stats. Probably not going to win Rookie of the Year, but he's going to be a fantastic forward for us. Right, boys, so before the playoffs start and I show you the playoff tree, we'll go over the draft class once again. So Hans Mueller ends up being a franchise centerman. Okay, sniper. Let's see, 43 points in 49 games in the SHL. So let's look out for this guy. Is it going to be Philadelphia who gets to draft him? We'll see. Ruben Prince, second overall. Still not much on Caden Barch and Nicholas Bachman. Gavin McKenna there. Okay, so he is projected to go 5th. Corson, Vanek, Rubrowick, we got a medium elite. Joe McGinley, we know it's medium elite. Goldobin. So not the strongest class, but we still don't know too much about players like Vanek, Corson, Bachman, and Barch. So this is where the draft interviews are going to come in clutch, and I'll probably end up just seeing what they're about. I mean, we're not going to be getting these guys regardless, but I mean, is there any undercover ones? Maybe ones in the late draft, high top 6 maybe, low elites. Like this guy could be a late first rounder. Brody Coyle. Let's go by the list. Let's see where we are more or less. I know we have the Rangers pick and ours, so we really have to see how we do in the playoffs, us and the Rangers, but like Niskala, wouldn't be too bad. Got some good stats there. Maybe Hagelin. No, not so much. Stafford. So he has pretty good stats as well. And then Boyle. All right, boys, so the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs are among us, and this is the bracket. So in the Western Conference, we got the Winnipeg Jets versus the Minnesota Wild. You got the Chicago Blackhawks, which is us, versus the Colorado Avalanche. Vegas versus Edmonton, and then Vancouver versus LA. So a lot of tough matchups there, even if we do pass Colorado. On the eastern side, we got New York Rangers versus New Jersey Devils, New York Islanders versus the Pittsburgh Penguins, Toronto, Boston, and Montreal versus Tampa. So another 4 good series there on the eastern side. All right, so taking a look at the Colorado Avalanche lines, we got Gabriel Landeskog with Nathan McKinnon and Tyler Toffoli. So remember, no Rantanen. That's probably why they started off weak. They're probably tripping out. You know, McKinnon's like, where's Rantanen? But Toffoli ended up picking it up, I guess. Nichushkin with Middlestat and Lehkonen on the second line. Colton Roslovich and Riley Smith. And then Cole Smith with Callum Ritchie and Miles Wood on that last line. So they got some okay depth. Not the best bottom 6, but it's still pretty good. It's their first line that's scary, as long as you have McKinnon. I mean, the second line's pretty decent too. Defensemen, you got Devin Tays and Cale Makar, Josh Manson and Samuel Girard, and then Zellweger with Hanley. So there's the acquisition of Zellweger. How did he do with them, actually? 5 points in 21 games. Probably didn't get that much ice time either, though. Yeah, only 16.56. But still a dangerous defenseman nonetheless. Goalies, you got Georgiev and Anyanin. All right, boys, without further ado, it's Game 1, Chicago versus Colorado. I'm not going to play a game until it gets to the finals, or probably the conference finals if we make it there, like a Game 7. If I start playing games now, this video is going to be like 3 hours long. So, Colorado versus Chicago at home. So let's go, boys. This is Connor Bedard's first ever playoff experience. I thought I went into the game, but I went into the calendar. Classic. All right, boys. So period 1. It's going to go 1-0. Connor Bedard, baby. Look at that. No, just a 5-on-5 goal for Bedard. Little toe drag and release top corner. I can just see him going around the circle. Little toe drag top corner. Surprise the goalie. So 14-7 shots for us. Period 2. 2-0. Kurashev buries one in the slot. 25 to 18 in shots for us. Power play for Colorado in the third period. We get one as well. Goes nowhere for both of us. And then they score. Callum Ritchie on the last line. And then Landeskog follows it up. Oh my god. And then Samuel Girard. All 30 seconds to a minute apart. Are the Chicago Blackhawks going to fall apart? It's a power play. 5 minutes left. 3-2 Colorado still. Oh my god. Philip Najar. I don't even know if it's Philip. Frank ties it up, boys. Let's go. Overtime. Whew. We're going to go ×4 for the overtime, boys. 38 to 30 in shots for us. Come on. Is it going to be an early bury? 5 minutes into the overtime. Power play for Chicago. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. Georgiev standing on his head there in overtime. Power play for Colorado. Oh, baby. And Olmark. Another power play. Oh, my God. They're catching up. Oh, I don't even know who scored. Was it shorthanded or was it frick? Oh, my God. Was it shorthanded or was it the power play? Damn. Nichushkin on the power play in overtime. 4-3 Colorado. 45 to 42 in shots for us, though. Crazy game. All right, boys. Game 2. After 1-0 for Colorado. Nathan McKinnon buries one late in the first in the slot. Little, probably backhand, forehand upstairs. All right. After 2. 2-0 Colorado. Roslovich on the third line. This time it's not in the slot, but it's just on top of the circles. All right. 22 to 19 in favor for us of shots. Period 3. Let's go, boys. 3-0. Oh my God, what a jinx. Power play for Colorado. Okay. All right. We get one. Tyler Bertuzzi. Can we get another 2, boys? Come on. No, it doesn't look like it. 1 minute left. And they buried the empty netter. All right, Miles Wood makes it 4-1. And now we're going to Colorado's barn. That's not good. Down 0-2. All right, I'm going to do a few line changes, boys. All right, boys, so we're going with Berkeley Catton, Connor Bedard, and Claude Giroux on that first line now. It's funny to say, but the second line is the only one that's really doing well. +1, +2, and +1. 2 points, 2 points, and Bertuzzi with the goal. The lone goal from last game. Fogle with Bennett and Kako on the third line, so I moved them up. And then Radish is going to go down with playing with Boyd and Martinuk. So let's see how that goes. For defensemen, we're going to go Korchinski and Seth Jones now. Brett Pesce and Martinez. And then Vlasic and Murphy on that last line. And we're going to stick with Ullmark. We're not going to change the power play. Actually, we could change the power play because I think we had like 3 or 4 that we just couldn't bury. So, yeah, I'm going to do that quick. And then I'll show you guys what we got. All right, so for PP1, we're going to go Kurashev with Catton, Giroux, Bedard, and Korchinski. I think moving up Catton first line and first line power play. Just more offensive upside than Sam Bennett, I would say. So let's see how that works. And then PP2, basically Bennett's going to go where Catton was, and the rest of the lines stay the same. So after 1-0 for the Colorado Avalanche. Riley Smith buries it. All right. After 2, still 1-0. 27-20 in shots for them. Let's go, boys. Come on. Get a goal at least. There it is. Warren Fogle, baby. Little tap in. Little crash the net tap. Lehkonen buries it, though, on the power play. Makes it 2-1. Power play for us. Come on. Goes nowhere. So those changes did nothing. No. Can't believe it. 3-0 for the Colorado Avalanche. Oh my God. All right, boys. Backs against the wall. Yeah, they are the more experienced team. There's nothing we can do about that. All right, boys. So I put the lines exactly how they were before. If we're going to go down, we're going to go down with our heart on our sleeve. I don't know. There's not many more changes I could really do. We made it all the way to the playoffs like this. I just feel like it was a couple of rough games. Let's hope we could go 4-0, I guess, for the rest of the series like this. But yeah, I'm going to, even the power play, I went back to how it was. Let's just see how this goes, boys. Game 4 in Colorado. Come on. This is scary. Game 4, boys. Come on. After 1. 0-0. So we still don't get a goal, but they don't get one either. 11-10 in shots for them. After 2. It's 2-2. Okay. Zellweger on the power play, of course. Miles Wood buries one in front. And then Sam Bennett on the power play. So beautiful. Good thing we put him back. And Warren Fogle, just a random shot on net, I guess, squeaks through Georgiev at the end of the second period. 21-20 in shots for them. It's the third period now, though. Come on. Come on, boys. 10 minutes left. No power plays for either team. Oh my god, of course. And that goes nowhere, though. Oh my god, come on, boys. And of course. We're out shooting them like crazy, though. And it's going to overtime. Times 4, boys. Come on. We could do this. 39-29 in shots. Power play for Colorado. Oh my god. Freaking nervous right now. Halfway through the overtime. Power play for Chicago. Come on, boys. Bedard. Someone. Bedard. Come on. We almost have 50 shots. 48-34. Nearing the end of the overtime period. Power play for Colorado. Another one. Oh my god. Come on. All right, boys. Well, 50 shots at 36. Going to overtime 2. I'm not going to play it because then I don't want... No, it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to play it, but my god. I feel like every time it goes into PP2, overtime 2, though, it just ends early. So let's see. Who's it going to be? Of course. Ends early, and it's for sure. Of course, them. Sweep. Colorado Avalanche. Nathan McKinnon. All right, boys. It's okay. Connor Bedard's first ever playoff experience. When was the last time Chicago even made the playoffs? It was a step forward, boys, this year. That's for sure. We get swept, though, but still a step forward. We're going to come back with vengeance next year. All right, boys, so it's the second round now. Winnipeg sweeps the Minnesota Wild. Colorado swept us. Vegas beats Edmonton in 7. Vancouver beats LA in 6. New York Rangers beat New Jersey in 7. Islanders beat Pittsburgh Penguins in 6. If we would have kept Malkin, maybe it would have been different. But yeah, you got the New York series there. It's pretty cool. Toronto sweeps Boston and Tampa sweeps Montreal. How many sweeps is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Crazy. All right. So yeah, you got the New Yorks playing each other. Tampa versus Toronto. Vancouver versus Vegas. And then Winnipeg versus Colorado. Can Winnipeg end up winning the Stanley Cup back-to-back? They are the defending champs, so let's see. All right, so now that round 2 is over, Colorado actually beats Winnipeg in 7, so long the back-to-back for the Winnipeg Jets. Vegas beats Vancouver in 6, and Vancouver was actually the favorite, so now Toronto is the new favorite. Crazy. You would think it's probably Colorado who beats the defending champions, but it's Toronto. Vegas versus Colorado. I mean, on the other side, sorry. New York beats New York, so the Rangers beat Islanders 4-0. It's kind of embarrassing for one New York team to get swept, but it is what it is. Toronto beats Tampa in 5, so I guess that's kind of why they're favored, because less games. They only have 1 loss. Nonetheless, I mean, you got Toronto versus the Rangers, so it's a tough matchup. We have their first round pick, so I kind of wanted them to lose early, but it is what it is. And then Colorado versus Vegas on the western side. All right, so it looks like it's the Vegas Golden Knights versus the New York Rangers in the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs. So Vegas defeats Colorado in 6, 4-2, and then the Rangers as well beat Toronto in 6, 4-2. So let's see how this finals goes, boys. We're going to sim it day by day. So if you look at the top right there, you're going to see the scores of the game. Vegas beat Colorado 5-1 in their last game, and New York beat Toronto 3-2. So if we go day by day, we'll see the games between the Vegas Golden Knights and New York Rangers. So game 1... and then sometimes it does that, where it glitches. So 1-0 for the New York Rangers. So there. So it's 5-4 win. Probably in overtime, but it's 2-0 for the Rangers now. Game 3. It's 3-0 for the Rangers. Doesn't show the score this time. And will it be a sweep? The Philadelphia Flyers fire their coach. And it's a sweep. So the New York Rangers are your 2026 Stanley Cup champions. And this is your final bracket, boys. So the Rangers beat New Jersey in the first round in 7. They go ahead and sweep the New York Islanders. They beat Toronto in 6. And then they sweep the Vegas Golden Knights. So it's a good run for the New York Rangers. Respect to them. Congratulations to the New York Rangers. All right, boys. It's the 2026 draft lottery. We're going to get right into it. So with the 16th pick, it's going to go to the Detroit Red Wings. The 15th pick belongs to the Dallas Stars. The 14th pick belongs to the Ottawa Senators. The 13th pick belongs to the Arizona Coyotes. The 12th pick belongs to the San Jose Sharks. The 11th pick belongs to the Carolina Hurricanes. The 10th pick belongs to the Anaheim Ducks. The 9th pick belongs to the Florida Panthers. The 8th pick belongs to the Columbus Blue Jackets. The 7th pick belongs to the Calgary Flames. The 6th pick belongs to the Buffalo Sabres. The 5th pick belongs to the St. Louis Blues. The 4th pick belongs to the Nashville Predators. The number 3 pick belongs to the Philadelphia Flyers. And the first overall pick belongs to the Seattle Kraken, which means the Washington Capitals get the number 2 pick. All right, boys, so the list of retired players, so long Nicholas Backstrom, Phil Kessel, Jeff Carter, Ryan Suter, Sam Gagner, Derek Brassard, the list goes on, Eric Johnson, Marco Scandella with Chicago at 36. All right, probably didn't play enough games. Good Branson, yeah, so that's the list of retired players. And then goalies there, Antti Ranta and Keith Kincaid. All right, boys, it's the 2026 NHL entry draft. Let's get right into this. And with the first overall pick, the Seattle Kraken are proud to select from the Swedish Elite League, Hans Mueller. So he's a 6-foot centerman. He's a sniper, 191 pounds, 18 years old, 44 points in 52 games in the SHL. What a freaking beauty. 19 goals, 25 assists. Yeah, this guy's going to be a powerhouse. Medium franchise, too. I guess it's going to be him and Beniers. It's going to be a pretty solid 1-2. And Shane Wright. Oh, my God. The Washington Capitals are proud to select from the Swedish Elite League, Ruben Prince. So this guy's a right-wing sniper. 5'11", 180 pounds. Shoots right. Yeah, he's got some great shots. Even some good speed. This guy's going to be a powerhouse sniper for sure. But I just... bit concerned here with the 6 goals, 8 assists. I mean, obviously 18 years old, but to be 81 overall with these numbers is kind of weird, but I guess he'll be better in the NHL. With the 3rd overall pick, the Philadelphia Flyers are proud to select from the Swedish Elite League, defenseman Nicholas Bachman. So another player drafted out of the Swedish Elite League, the top 3, all from that league. 6'3", 17 years old, 206 pounds, shoots right, 2-way defender. This guy looks like he's going to be good. 79 overall, medium elite. So it's a good pickup for the Philadelphia Flyers on their back end. And with the 4th overall pick, the Nashville Predators are proud to select from the U.S. National Development Program, Caden Barch. So it's a centerman, 6'1", 196, 18 years old, medium elite, 80 overall, 42 goals, 45 assists, and 68 games played. It's a total of 87 points. -1, but I mean... that's outstanding when it comes to the points. With the 5th overall pick, the St. Louis Blues are proud to select from the WHL, Gavin McKenna. 80 overall, medium elite, 6'2", 192 pounds already. He had how many points? 103 points in 70 games played, 47 goals, 56 assists. Yeah, this guy's going to be a stud. So it's a good pickup for the St. Louis Blues. With the 6th overall pick, the Buffalo Sabres are proud to select from the QMJHL, Greg Corson. So 5'9" left wing, 17 years old, so not yet 18, but kind of drops off here. 65 overall, high top 6, so not a medium elite. I mean, I've always liked high top 6s regardless in the lineup, just because I feel like they actually do end up growing, like a high chance of getting to the top 6 anyway. But I mean, only 65 points in 67 games in the queue. I guess as a 17-year-old, it is impressive. They saw high upsides by him for sure, but another small forward for the Buffalo Sabres, kind of like another Zach Benson. I would say Zach Benson's on another tier. He was amazing, but another 5'9" left wing playmaker. With the 7th overall pick, the Calgary Flames are proud to select Peter Vanek. So this is a power forward, a left wing power forward, 195 pounds, 18 years old. Solid stats all around, good shots. I feel like he's going to be one of those shooting power forwards. 17 points in 50 games. Not too sure what league this is, so I don't know what league to draft him out of. Extra, I think it's like some Russian extra league or whatever. But yeah, 17 points in 50 games, still pretty good as an 18-year-old in a pro league. With the 8th overall pick, the Columbus Blue Jackets are proud to select from the WHL, Joe Aginla. So we know all about him, right wing sniper, Jerome Aginla's son. Heavy shots, man. As a 17-year-old, not even 18 yet. Look at his shots. Look at his speed. Yeah, this guy's going to be a good player for the Columbus Blue Jackets. With the 9th overall pick, the Florida Panthers are proud to select from the OHL, Ryan Rubrowick. So again, another familiar face that we know from last franchise mode. Heavy shots as well, not as much accuracy. Still good speed for a big guy. 6'3". Let's see how he pans out for the Florida Panthers. With the 10th overall pick, the Anaheim Ducks are proud to select from the KHL, Pavel Goldobin. So this is a left wing playmaker, 5'10". Kind of drops off here. He's 65 overall, medium top 6. Not the best stats, but you never know. He could always grow into something. All right, so just to go over the rest of the first round until we get to our pick. We drafted in 7 minutes. I took a couple timeouts just to be able to go through the top 10. But this 78 overall, medium top 6 at pick 11 for Carolina is pretty good. Tommy Miel, pretty cool there. Muzzin, 75, medium top 6. 66, Nilsson. Murley, medium elite, 61 overall. Bradley for Dallas, it's okay pick. Don't even want to pronounce this name for Detroit. Grossman on LA. So just all average picks here. Hedberg for the Canadiens. Van Ryan to Minnesota. Chris Stanovich to Pittsburgh. That's a terrible pick, though. Medium top 9. Damn. Novotny goes to New Jersey. 71 overall. Pretty good. Pajot, so average there. Martinez to Boston. Niskala to Edmonton. And it is our pick. We have a trade to announce. The Chicago Blackhawks are trading their 25th overall pick to the Ottawa Senators in exchange for Drake Batherson. All right, boys, so we have at least pick 32 from the New York Rangers. But, yeah, not too much that got drafted from Ottawa. So medium top 4. Garrison, Sweeney, Stafford, Ullman, Kondratiev, Atkinson, and now it's us. With the 32nd overall pick, the Chicago Blackhawks are proud to select from the SHL, Calle Hagelin. So, boys, the centerman grinder, 6'3", 203. He was the only one who had a potential to be elite, so I went for it, but 61 overall, medium top 6. Nothing too special. Might be our last liner one day, though. We'll see. All right, boys, now that we're approaching the free agent frenzy, I'll show you guys who I ended up signing and who we did not sign in our projected lineups for the next season. So we got Claude Giroux locked up for another 2 years at $7.875 million. Warren Fogle we signed to a 2-year times $4.250. Bertuzzi 2 years at $3.750. Isakov and Rolston we got on 2-way contracts at $875K for Isakov and $850 for Rolston. Both 2 years, if I did not mention that. And then Boyd, Martinuk, Cates, Greer, Anderson, Sanford, and Blitchfield all released. On defense, we got Pesci signed 2 years at $6 million. So that's the trend here. A lot of 2-year contracts. We have Bennett left on 2 years. Giroux 2 years. So I feel like a 2-year window until we start bringing in some of the prospects. But yeah, for now we got 2 years, $6 million for Pesci. Murphy, 2 years at 2.750. Crevier, Allen, and Melinin all get two-way contracts, 2 years at 850K a pair. So Crevier and Allen, 2 years at 850K a pair, and Melinin at 1 year, 800K. Enroth we signed to an entry level, and then Martinez and Chisholm are released. We signed Drew Comesso to a 2 year, 850K two-way contract, and Ukko-Pekka Lehkonen, unfortunately, is released. So if you look here at the projected lineups, I mean, we have our top 9 pretty well covered. We just need some depth here. So last line center, a few depth pieces for our team. On defense, we're going to go with the same 6, except we're going to get Phillips into the lineup. So he's going to be called up officially. He's going to be replacing Martinez. He looks like he's ready to go. And then we have Ullmark, and we just need a backup. So those are the things we're going to be looking at in free agency. Alrighty, boys, so we're at the beginning of the 2026 NHL season. Our projected lineups basically stayed exactly the same. Only thing we did is re-sign Travis Boyd in free agency to a 2-year, $2.750 million contract. But yeah, we got Bennett, Bedard, Giroux, Najar, Khrushchev, Batherson, Fogel, Katten, Bertuzzi, Radish, Boyd, and Kako. So I feel like it's a slightly better, stronger forward core than last year. So hopefully we could go further, make the playoffs first of all, but go further in the playoffs as we do. And defenseman stays the same: Korchinski, Pesci, Jones, Vlasic. Only thing that changes is Phillips, like I showed you guys in the projected lineups, and Connor Murphy. And our goalies will be Ullmark and Annunen. For the power play, we're going to go the same as last year. Bennett in the slot, Giroux with the one-timers, Khrushchev and Bedard on the half wall, and then Korchinski at the point. Power play 2, Bertuzzi, Najar, Batherson, Berkeley, Katten, and Seth Jones. So a stronger power play 2 this time. So boys, I know it's been a couple of weeks since the last episode, but A, super busy. B, these videos actually take quite a while to edit. I'm trying to make them as cool as possible. Bear with me. I know eventually when I start editing them more, I'm going to have I don't know if I said this last episode, but eventually I'm going to have more templates to use, and it's going to be easier to end up editing the videos and everything. So for now, this is episode 2 in season 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.